Mr. Bones.
What up, peeps? Mr. Bones back at you, and welcome back to Peep This Reviews. And what we're talking about is 1987's Doomasylum. Directed by Richard Friedman, written by Richard Friedman, Rick Marks, and Stephen G. Minkin. Starring Patty Mullen as Kiki LaRue and Judy LaRue. She plays her own mother and herself, her daughter and the mother. Ruth Collins as Tina, Kristen Davis as Jane, Harrison White as Darnell, Michael Rogan as Mitch Hansen, and William Hay as Mike. A horribly disfigured lawyer, wrongfully pronounced dead after a terrible car accident, is taken to an asylum for dissection, only to come back alive, kill everyone, and make the asylum his killing grounds. So in this movie, it opens up, you are meeting Mitch Hansen and Judy LaRue cruising down the street in the car, drinking alcohol like it's no big deal, making out, and they get in a bad car accident, and they both go flying out of the car. And the woman slams into a tree, I believe. And she's dying. She looks dead, but she's still alive at the moment. And he crawls over to her, and her hand is severed. And he's screaming and crying and freaking out. And she says, "I love you. Don't worry about me." And then it goes on to show him looking dead in a morgue, about to be dissected. And he comes alive and murders the two medics, or whatever the hell you call people who do this shit. And then it comes on 10 years later. You meet this group of dumbass young adults cruising down the street, and I guess the hip thing to do is hang out at an abandoned mental hospital, insane asylum, because that's where they're heading, to sit around in the yard of the place. And already there you meet Tina and the Tots, which is a all-girl, 3 girls rock band. They're inside rocking the hell out. So these two groups are acting like little kids, like fighting over hanging out there, or they're just fighting like little kids just to be doing. You got Darnell and Dennis and Tina and Kiki and Mike. They're hanging out outside the thing, and Tina throws a water balloon, which is a water-filled condom, and a bunch of them, down at them, gets them all wet. Anyway, this movie is filled with so much dumb shit. It's like the director and the writer both must have been on some crack cocaine, because these characters are very unlikable and very fucking dumb. They say some real stupid shit in this movie. Like Kiki is the daughter of the girl that dies at the beginning, and she's real upset about it, even though it's 10 years later, and she keeps thinking about it, talking about it. And Mike says, "It will be alright, Kiki. After all, you've got me. I'm not your mother. I never could be. But I could try." And then Kiki says, "Can I call you Mom?" And he says, "Sure." And then this character Mike is always contradicting himself, going back and forth when he speaks. He's really fucking annoying. He says shit like, well, after those women threw balloons at him, Darnell went in to look for him. Like he was going to do something, but actually he likes the drummer. But Mike says, "I'm going after Darnell. Or should I?" "Well, I guess." And Kiki says, "Be careful, Mom." He says, "I'll stay if you want me to. I'll go." Then there's a scene where he says, "We'll be back in a flash. Unless it takes longer. Maybe we shouldn't go. Maybe we should go. Or should we?" And Dennis says, "Can you ever make up your mind?" He says, "Sometimes. Occasionally. Once in a while." Like, oh my god, could you shut the fuck up? There's this one scene where Tina and Mike get in a fight because he decides to go up to the roof and pick a fight with her. A little intergender match, like in wrestling or some shit. They're fighting each other all over the roof. And she throws him over the edge of the roof and he's hanging there. And Kiki looks up and says, "Is that Mom?" Like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, and there's this scene where after they threw the condoms, Mike picks one up and says, "How about it, Kiki?" And she says, "But that's incest, Mom." Oh, give me a break. But like I said, they meet Tina and the Tots, who is led by Tina, who likes to laugh like a fucking lunatic, or should I say a super villain from a comic book movie. After she threw the balloons, the water balloons, the condoms, she thought she should flash her titties and say, "Take these, motherfucker." So randomly put there, but I wasn't mad. This is my second time watching this. It's full of cheesiness, dumbass dialogue. The writers, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But all that aside, it has a cool ass looking killer and cool ass kills. So it's worth listening to the dumb shit for the cool kills. You got Dennis here getting a drill bit through his skull. This is a member of the band Godiva. She gets her face dipped into a bathroom sink full of acid. This is Mike's foot when he decides to take a pair of garden shears and play "This Little Piggy Went to the Market." He does say that whole rhyme or whatever you call it. This little piggy stayed home and chopped all his toes off. This chick here gets a circular blade right to her jaw. And I think the only one I didn't find a picture of was Darnell. He got these like pliers that look like you pick up a block of ice with to his temples. And the movie, after all the mayhem, the movie ends with Kiki being chased by the killer. He thinks that she's Judy. She kept saying, "I'm not Judy, I'm Kiki." But eventually she ends up stabbing him in the head with like a vanity hand mirror, or I don't know what you call it, like a mirror like out of Beauty and the Beast, 2 or 3 times to his head, and kills him. Like I said, there's lots of dumbass shit in this, but it's a fun watch, especially after a few viewings. This is my second viewing, so I knew what kind of dumb dialogue was coming, but the killer looks cool to me, and there's some really cool ass kills. And so if you're looking for a good shut off your mind slasher with cool ass kills, and you can set aside all the dumbass stuff these characters say and just, you know, enjoy the cool looking monster slash killer and the cool ass kills he does throughout the movie, I would recommend checking this out. Peace.
My dick playing role games with my swing. I'll be Indiana Bones in the temple of Boom Tang.